Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to make a block called Spin City. So for that you're going to need two 7-inch white squares, these are 3 7/8 inch squares, and 4 3.5-inch squares. Now I've got two different shades of green there and my white. So we're going to make, we're going to take these. We're going to take our green one. Now, I've already done my other three, just like I always do, because I don't think you need to see me do 3 or 4, but, you know, if you want to, just rewind it and watch it 3 more times. So we're going to cut this in half, diagonally, or close to it. Then we're going to take this one, our 4 3.5-inch blocks, our 3.5-inch block, and we cut the 3 7/8 inch block in half diagonally, and we're gonna sew it together like this. So we're just gonna fold this over, and I'm gonna take it to the sewing machine and sew it right down. We're gonna click the camera. Go straight down. Cut it off. Let's go over and iron it open. And now we're going to do the other one here, just down at the bottom. Fold it over, just like that. Now, if you're not sure, when you fold it over, pin it. That way, when you get there, you don't accidentally sew the wrong side. I've been there. It's not a big deal, but also it's not something I strive to do. Alright, let's head back over. Well, I'm going to trim that off first, that starter. We're going to head back over. Iron that open. Now, they did come out a little bit off. Not a big deal. Doesn't really matter for what we're doing. I am going to trim it even though. And I'm just going to trim that part off. That way it comes out even. Well, maybe. There we go. Now we're going to take this. Now what I have here is I have 2 of these, because these are going to sew to this, your 7-inch square. And you're going to take that also and cut it in half diagonally. Ugh, I did that. You'll be all right though, I promise. You'll be okay. So you're going to take this and line it up like this. And we're going to pin it and see how the white's a little bit bigger. That's why this one will be okay. And then this one, we're going to do the same thing. Again, it's okay. And we're just going to, whoops, I dropped that pin. We're just going to sew it straight down. So let's go do that. I'm not sure where that pin went, but it's okay because nobody comes down here barefoot. And when you're sewing across this, you want to make sure, or you want to strive for your stitch to go right across where your X is, where your stitches cross over, because that's where your point will be. All right, and our next one. go. Finish it out. Cut that off and head back over. Maybe. There we go. Let's move that to the side. We don't need it right now. We're going to iron these open to the white. And now we want these squares to be, see, that didn't line up right there, but that one did. But I'm not going to redo it. It's good enough. So we want these squares to be, what do we want these squares to be? We want them to be 6.5. So we're going to take them and trim them down. And I'm going to put my diagonal line right here. And my 6 1/4 point right there. And that line will actually line up right there with that. That's not 6 1/4. My 3 1/4 point. I'll get it right. There it is. And you want to trim off. See, there's just a little bit there. And I'm not sure there's any up there. But you just want, you shouldn't have much to trim off. And the only reason we're doing it is because it will line them up to match up easier with the rest of the square or the block. So now we're going to line up our 6.5 down here. Our 3 1/4 should line right up. And then we will trim off just a bit from here. And there it is. Move it to the side and let's do our next one. Now you will have 4 to do because there will be 4. I just already did 2. Line up our 3 1/4. And there's really just a little bit here in the corner to do. Spin it around. And again, 3 1/4, which will line up with the 6.5 and your lines. Just like that. Now I did see this one. I'm going to line it up again, just my 6.5, because I saw one of these. Oh, maybe not. Nope, there it is. Just a little bit wonky right there, which wouldn't have hurt anything, but if we can fix it, why not? Okay, so now we're going to lay out our block. And it is going to be, I've already sewn these two together. And then we're just going to honestly mirror that. So it will go, this one will go exactly the same way. Because then when we turn it around, it will make our block. So we're just going to sew these two together. And your seam should nest up nicely. We're going to pin that there, and then one at the end. And let's go sew that together. Sorry, just repinned that real quick because it didn't seem like it was laying correctly. Head back over. So now I did iron it to the white, so I'm going to do that again. And again, that will allow it to nest when you fold it over there. So it'll be just like this. See our spin? They're all spinning. So we're just going to maybe pin it at the seam. And pin it at the end. Sorry, I got marker all over me from work today. That hurt. Be careful. Pins are pointy, guys. Pins are pointy. So we're just going to go over there and sew this up, and then we're done. Pull that out. Just do it as we go. Try to go right over where the stitches cross. Pull the pin out. Use our ender, and there we have it. Let's see what we got. It didn't match up at all. Not at all. Yeah, see that? Oh well, this is what we got. It's called Spin City. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you make it and love it, and I will see y'all next time. Have a great day.